Police are investigating the death of yet another man. That's our top story in our Barbados Today afternoon news update for Monday, April the 23rd. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Police are probing the discovery of a second body within 4 days. The latest discovery was that of a young man at 3rd Avenue, Bibby's Lane in St. Michael. Now, Police Public Relations Officer Acting Inspector Rodney Innes said that sometime around 7:50 a.m. today, they received a report that someone was discovered dead at his home by a friend. And he said when police arrived at the scene, they found the lifeless body at the house. The death is being treated as unnatural. Now, last Thursday, the body of a man was pulled from among the rocks in the waters at the back of the Bridgetown Fisheries Complex. Non-judicial staff of the Supreme Court will not be returning to the White Park Road complex despite a decision by the Chief Justice Sir Marston Gibson and Registrar Barbara Cook-Allen to keep the facility open, contrary to last Tuesday's agreement with stakeholders to close it because of environmental problems. Now, last Friday, Sir Marston told a news conference that the hearings would continue at the Supreme Court in spaces which were remedied, while Cook-Allen said that workers at the registration department will return to the building today to continue their duties. But this morning, the workers met with their bargaining agent, the National Union of Public Workers, on the steps of the complex and decided not to return to work until the union gave the all clear.
As it stands right now, our main concern is to make sure that the safety and well-being of these workers are taken care of. Therefore, we have advised them not to return to the building until we can advise them to do so.
That was President of the National Union of Public Workers, Akani McDowell. Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair says he is champing at the bit for January elections to be called. Speaking last night at the launch of the incumbent Democratic Labour Party's St. Michael North candidate Kim Tudor's campaign office on Lakes Close, Eden Lodge, Sinclair said he is anxious for his party to thrash the Barbados Labour Party.
When this Democratic Labour Party caravan hits the road, when the People's Army hits the road, be prepared. You know what I'm trying to say? Get out the way. Get out the way, Marty. Get out the way, Simmons. Get out the way, Bradshaw. Get out the way, Toby. The People's Army is coming for Barbados and Barbadians so that we can continue to lift our country up. And I pray to God that the Prime Minister at the right time will call the elections so we can wash them off and live.
Speaking at the same meeting, St. Michael Northeast candidate Patrick Todd was suggesting that elections will be held within the next couple of weeks, said the party will win so it can continue to develop Barbados.
Now we are fully paid up members of the Latin American Development Bank, where we will now have access to over $200 million to tap into. Yes, after that, over $200 million by being members of the Latin American Development Bank (CAF. This Democratic Labour Party administration would be able to access concessionary loan financing to build capacity in terms of, for example, road improvement, road rehabilitation. So this is just phase one of the drawdown. So when the Democratic Labour Party is returned to office after the general election in a few weeks, you know that there is more developmental work to be done under this Democratic Labour Party administration. So we have more work to do. So we're just going to get the elections out of the way.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. St. Lucia's Water and Sewerage Company has issued a strong warning to people who make illegal connections to its network. The warning from WASCO followed the discovery of an illegal water connection at the Bougezour treatment plant. The company's marketing and communications officer, Sharian Gerard-Williams, said the discovery was made after management was alerted to a possible health and safety situation at the plant.
Upon our investigations, we discovered that there was an illegal connection at that plant in one of the pipes at the facility, and so our technicians were able to address that situation. And because of the illegal connection, there was a clogged pipe that caused a backup of water, and that was the situation that posed a health and safety hazard. That has been addressed. Our technicians have brought in heavy equipment, an excavator and so on, to clear the area, and we discovered several lengths of pipe. We have the evidence to prove that.
And on the international scene, Armenian Prime Minister Charles Sargsyan today announced his resignation from his post. Days of protests had followed a decision from Armenia's parliament to allow Sargsyan, who has been president for the maximum 10 years, to become prime minister. More in this Euronews report.
Protests in Yerevan continued late into Sunday night, with tens of thousands of Armenians gathering in the city centre, despite earlier attempts by police to break up the march with batons and tear gas. 3 opposition leaders, including Nikol Pashinyan, and around 230 protesters have been detained, drawing criticism from the European Union. Pashinyan was arrested after televised talks with Sargsyan collapsed, with the Prime Minister walking out. The opposition objects to him clinging to power after serving 2 consecutive terms as president. Armenia is facing its biggest political crisis in a decade. The protests threaten to destabilize a key Russian ally in a volatile region as people power takes to the streets.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media M-Biz terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.